Okay, boys, here we are in Michigan again. I'm on my Beta 500 today. I'm trying to get to the Black Lake North Loop, but I forgot my phone mount, so this is gonna be a pain in the butt. So we got to go that way, and hopefully we find it. I'm gonna have to check my phone constantly to figure out where we need to go. But yeah, we're gonna check out the Black Lake North Loop. But these trails I've never been on, so let's check them out together. Beta 500 has the same tires that I use at the 6 days, and they're pretty bald, so we'll see how that works. Oh, the Beta 500 feels so good. Woo, spider web. I still have my 48 gearing, so not quite perfect for steel track, but great for sandy, flowy stuff that's faster. But this whole area of Black Lake has tons of trails. It's got a cool scramble area if you like sandy hill climb. And I'm trying to find the North Loop. I know you gotta take this trail to get us close, so we'll see if we can find it. We'll get going at a decent pace in a second. Reacclimated to the bike. I was out riding the Ranger yesterday. That was a lot of fun. This trail's pretty sweet. Some big rocks on this side of the lake. I made an adjustment to my throttle cable, I was having a real hard problem with starting. It was crazy hot, like in the 90s, and every time we'd stop, my bike did not want to start. And one thing I noticed was when I installed my extended throttle cable, I didn't have any play. It was pretty tight. And I think my dealer told me, get a little bit of play in there. It might be messing with your starting. So I adjusted it down by the throttle body, and I was able to get just a little play, but I haven't been able to retest it because I haven't had the Beta 500 out since the 6 days. So I ripped off my tail section. I don't know how. I was driving on a gravel road and it fell off, but no one behind me noticed. So it took us like an hour, over an hour, to figure out where the heck I lost it. And on our way back, we saw this guy, construction worker, operating a road grader. And he flagged me down, and he had picked it up, which is awesome because then I don't have to buy new plates. So I don't know if he ran it over or anything, but it was pretty beat up, and I had to work with my dealer to get it replaced, and that was a pain in the butt. But my dealer tried pushing it through Beta, the warranty issue, which in my opinion it was, because where it broke, it snapped off right above the license plate bracket. And you know, that whole tail section is kind of a crappy design for a street bike. But so what happened was Beta authorized the warranty claim, and he ordered the parts, but it took forever to get them. And then my guy, he took a new job. Is Jeff from Halls. He went to work for Beta as one of their Northeast reps now. So I had to deal with the new person at Halls, Jared, and he took care of me. He got me my part, but one of the brackets was missing for the license plate and tail light, and he said it's back ordered. So he didn't know when he was going to get it, but to get me up and running, he ended up, well, lots of rocks in here. He ended up getting me a Enduro brake light, and it fit into the stock tail section. I'll show you guys later, but it worked out real good. I had to mount my license plate right to the rear fender. I don't have that little bracket that holds the license plate anymore, which was really big. I honestly think that this design is the way it should have been from the factory, although my brake light now is smaller than the brake light you get on a stock RRS, which I can see people wanting a bigger brake light for riding on the road, but I ride mainly in the trails, and it does work fine. It's just not as big as the one that comes on the bike. But he said he's going to get me that part eventually when it comes in stock. And we'll see. But I'll show you guys right now what it looks like. It's pretty sweet. Yeah, I love this Beta 500. So, see the tail section, you can see the brake light hitting down. Why is it on? No, it's just, oh, I got the key on. So, normally this hangs down lower. There's a huge light that goes on here, and this mounts on another piece. But my thing broke off. It broke off right here. right across here, the whole thing snapped off. So yeah, okay boys, according to my map we gotta go that way, and then we gotta connect this to a trail or another road, and that's gonna take us to the North Loop, which is, I think, 37 miles. So unless it's really fast, I probably will not ride the whole thing. But we'll see. So I think we get on this road here. This one on this side. We're really close, but let's go this way. This is the best bike I've ever had for wheeling, because the power is so smooth. Okay, if you guys follow the channel, I had a warranty issue when I bought the bike, and I had coolant leak. Something to do with the water pump, the bolts were bottoming out, it wasn't holding tight. I think they put a shim on that one, I'm not sure. But it was leaking coolant, and but ever since then I could smell it all the time. Let's see. So here we are, guys. We're at somewhere on the Black Lake North Loop. We're gonna ride on the Beta 500, or we're gonna ride part of it. It's like 37 miles long, so I don't know how much I'm actually gonna ride, because we're like 10 miles from the car, and I just rode a few miles of trail. So we'll see how far we end up riding. But I'm excited to try it out. It looks kind of cool. I forgot my phone mount, so I can't use my phone. Every time I use my GPS, I got to pull it out of the bag. So that's a real pain in the butt. But here we are. This is the first ride of the Black Lake North Loop. Let's go check it out. Whoa, I wonder how much this gets ridden. It doesn't seem like it has as much traffic so far as some of the other trails we've ridden. This is a huge loop. It goes almost all the way to Sheboygan. So we'll try it out. It seems like it's gonna be pretty rough. There's a lot of debris and rocks and roots. Oh, you know what? I never checked my tire pressure. Oh boy. Hopefully we have enough there. I haven't checked my tire pressure since 6 days. So that could end bad. But we'll see. It feels okay. they cut the stumps like a few inches above the ground. So there's lots of stumps on these trails. At least the 50-inch wide trails. A lot like the trail south of here that my brother and I rode probably a couple of videos ago. We came up here and we rode this. We went to the scramble area a little bit. The scramble area almost killed me climbing one of the hills. Had to turn around midway, and I flipped my bike over. I flew over the bars or something because the whole bike wanted to end up going down the hill. The sand was so deep. Stuff. Those fog areas, the sand just gets so big, and slippery. This is really a rough trail, though. I'm surprised. It's not that it's whooped out like crazy. It's just kind of bumpy. It does have whoops, but lots of roots and stuff making bumps, I think. I was trying to figure out how to record my ride on my GPS, on my dash, but I couldn't remember. It's been a while since I used that. Pretty whoopy in here. Stuff there. The pine black forest. Back into the nasty stuff here. Captain 250 FX, he went back to B-Loop recently after the ice storm, and he was saying that it's the best single track trail in all of Michigan. And I think I agree with him. Me and my brother were talking about it. And it's probably the most diverse trail in all of Michigan. It's hilly, it's got hills, it's got sand, it's got pretty much everything. And it's probably one of my favorites. But since the ice storm, they changed a lot of the stuff on the eastern side, and they made it tighter. Because they didn't clear the actual trail, they kind of routed around it. I don't like some of the new routes because they're so dang tight, but I'm sure in time they'll open up a little. Like, it really kills the flow. You'll be going third gear fast, and next thing you know, you're practically stopped making a hairpin turn. It would make for having a group traffic jam. But yeah, I agree with them. I love the southwest corner and following that around the north side. That's my favorite. But I also like Aleut. Aleut's so good. It's fast. It's fun. But I only ride it during the week because I don't want to ride it when there's a lot of traffic on it. The trail is rough, man. I'm telling you. Whoa. Look at all these down sticks. I wonder if the ice storm came right through here. Look at the trees. Are they all broken? Near the top. But I'll try and make this video long enough and clip out some good content sections. Pretty rough trail. Some of you guys may be wondering how the heck I'm able to make so many videos. I'm traveling all over the place. But I have an incredible wife that allows me to take all these journeys, and I like to do it during the week because she still works. I did 30 years in a fabrication shop. I ran all the CNC equipment. And they moved out of state, and my wife said, just retire and take it easy and enjoy yourself, take care of her. So that's what I've been doing, and it's been amazing. And, you know, I love her to death, and without her I wouldn't be able to do any of this. So someday I'm gonna make it up there. So my goal is someday get my YouTube monetized. I'm sure there won't be much money come from it, but I used to have a monetized YouTube channel on making stuff, like CNC stuff, tutorials and things, and then YouTube changed the rules, and that one I could probably have monetized because I got like 600 subscribers, but I don't make content for it anymore because it's not fun. It's more like work, where this is fun. This doesn't feel like work. So I really enjoy it. Last time I came up here in my pickup truck, my Chevy, my brakes went out. So I had to limp home. I changed out my brakes. And this time my power steering's acting up. It's got electric power steering. When you turn it sharp to one side and then the other, it like loses the ability to do power steering and it sets off like an alarm code. I think it's a ground issue. So when I get home, I'm going to change the ground. I'll have to limp it home with power steering acting up. But I think that won't be an issue. Get a little numb hand here. Bigger guy and you're looking for a fun wood bike, look at the Beta lineup. Like this 500, it's amazing. The power is just so smooth, and it'll let you eat. You can let it eat when you want. Like it'll rip like tons of torque. The Beta for KTM 500 is also a good option. Real good option. My brother has that. I almost went that route. I just wanted something different than him. But I think the KTM is a better option for long term. You're going to keep it because it's more proven. It has, I think, better valve intervals. This is like every 30 hours. You got to check your valves. Same as a motocross bike, but I don't really care. 30 hours is a long time for me. I've gotten like 41 or 42 hours on this bike this year. So I'm really happy with it. Glad to see Beta growing, but I don't want to see them grow any bigger, because if I buy a new bike I want to make sure they have the lax emissions laws, because this bike I bought it, I didn't have to do anything to it. It's got plenty of power because it doesn't have to abide by the same laws as KTM for emissions, because they don't sell as many bikes. But I'm sure once they reach a threshold, they're going to choke them up, and then people are going to quit buying them. Or at least as much. Unless they offer an easy way to remap them. Like this bike, you can remap it with the race tune. Just by putting a slip-on on, your dealer can remap it with the RR tune. You don't have to buy a Giddy ECU or any of that BS. Which is really nice. This is a rough trail, guys. But not very much up and down, so it's kind of boring in that way. We'll ride a few more miles, and then I'll try and go to the scramble area and see if I can climb some of the sand hills for you. I'll try that. That could be fun for the video. If I am able to make it without crashing, I'll do another one. So probably when I crash on one, I'll have to stop because it'll wear me out. I am getting older, so I tire pretty easy. When I went on the Beta demo day, I test rode all the bikes, and I felt the most comfortable on the 390. It felt a lot more flickable than this bike. This bike felt like it just had a lot of center mass. But the reason I bought this one over that is my dealer had one, and he offered me an incredible deal. Or at least I thought it was incredible. It was a pretty good deal. It was a fair deal. So it made more sense for me to go this route than order the other one. See if it can pull me up this hill. I'm not giving any gas. It's just pulling me along. Pretty cool. It's got pretty good bottom end, but every now and then it'll flame out on you at an inopportune time. It's pretty rare, but you have to get pretty darn low in RPM. And then it'll do it. Like I'm in third gear here and I'm almost stopped. And you know, I only got a 14-2 front sprocket. So, pretty good for a 4-stroke. You see a lot of these new 4-strokes, like come off the showroom floor, like my gas ES700 I used to have. It would flame out if you got too slow, and it didn't have any torque down low, like on the bottom of it. All the torque hit like a rocket, and I almost think that they detuned that. You know, a lot of these bikes, they'll only give you like 30% of the power and the lower RPMs and stuff. It's all done in the computer. Like I have an Africa Twin now, and it gives you 100% of the power at like 5,500 RPM, but Redline's like $8,000. You know, like give me all the power at 0 RPM. I don't want to be sticking around with 50% of the power. I can handle it. So eventually I gotta get that. I gotta get a tune for that to eliminate all that stuff. But there's so many bikes that are like that, and a lot of them flame out. Like I heard that the new KTM 390 Adventure or Enduro that has flaming out issues. You know, a lot of these new bikes are so choked up for emissions that they don't let them run right. It's unfortunate because you know, these bikes can run so much better, cleaner, last longer. Maybe not cleaner, but they'll run more efficient. You'll be getting all their power. So I gotta imagine running lean like that. It's gotta shorten the life of the motor. But I didn't know where I was going with all that. But if you're a guy that likes watching videos on motorcycles and you come across this one, you're probably like me, where you watch a lot of stuff: adventure bikes, dirt bikes, Duro bikes, Enduro, you know, all the cool stuff. And one piece of advice I have for you, especially if you're an older guy and you want to ride something like this, buy the lightest bike you can possibly buy. That's my best piece of advice. The very lightest. And something with a smoother power band. Cross Trainer is a perfect bike if you want to ride and you're going to stay below 30 miles an hour. You don't get much better than that bike. If you're like returning and you want big power, you got a lot of options. But don't buy one of those choked up 4-strokes. Buy a Beta 4-stroke. Because you buy a KTM, a Honda, any of them, you gotta spend like $2,000 just to get it back to normal. This bike from the factory, which I shouldn't be telling you this because I don't want people to buy the Betas, because I want to be able to buy Betas with good power for years. But you get the best power for the money. This is like 49 horsepower, I think, at the rear tire. And my brother has a good ECU on his KTM 500. And I have a short on here with mine fully stocked with 1548 Jerry. And he's got 1448 or 1348, I'm not even sure. And we raced on the roll-on on the road. And it was pretty close. He pulled me a tiny bit. But for stock, you know, like, it was almost dead even. Which is wild, because, you know, like, you had to spend another $1,000 at least, maybe more, to unlock all that power, because I think the KTM 500 stock comes with 38 horsepower, which is just nuts to think that you have that bike. And if you ride his bike compared to this bike, I gotta numb my hand, I gotta unnumb it. If you ride his bike compared to this bike, I'm not saying one's better than the other, but if you ride his, it's a totally different power band. His bike feels like a monster. Like when you roll on the gas, it just hits with violence. Like, you know, like all at once. Where this motor is more of a lazy motor, it takes a while to rev up. I mean, it's got a lot of torque, and it'll accelerate good, but it takes a little while for it to rev up. It's not like I can't, like, even if I'm in second, like, you can hear it, and it gives it to you, but you don't get, like, the violent power. My brother did a suspension on his, and it's really good. Like, it'll transfer all the way to the rear tire and pull the tire at will. Really good. Like, his thing at low RPM had more power than my Gas Gas ES700, which is like 70 something horsepower. And at mid-range though, my Gas Gas had way more hit and on top end. But we did a roll-on from slow speed. I thought I was gonna walk him. And he pulled on me, and I'm like, what? But then I started reeling him in pretty quick, but not as quick as you would think. You know, like, not as quick as for the amount of money I spent on a damn bike. But I ended up selling it because I just never felt comfortable on it. I took it on single track once. I took it off-road once. It was not good and not great at either thing. And in both those cases, I took 2-track, single track, rainy day, and in both cases, I would have rather had this bike. 100% would have rather had this bike. It just, you know, like, it just does everything better for that kind of riding. The best probably riding I could say for the ES700 would be, it would have to be like a BDR or something. Like, if you're doing a BDR, that would be a really good bike. But then you got an uncomfortable seat. The seat kind of sucks. You know, you got 100 miles and your butt's numb as could be. I bought a seat concept for it, and it was so wide over here. Like, it was so wide, it just felt weird. The bike's so tall to begin with, but with that seat on that, I got a seat concept on this. I got the fat one, and it's great because when I lean back, my legs locked into the fat part, so I can do whoops pretty good on it. It's perfect for this bike, but for that bike, I did not like the seat concept. I actually ordered the large one for fat, but I'm not fat, but I ordered the large one and it looked like a pizza on top of the seat. It looked stupid. So I exchanged it for the medium one. And hey, the first road I've seen in a while. I exchanged it for the medium one. And that one was okay, but like I said, it just was so wide. So you're best sticking with the stock seat on that bike, in my opinion. This bike, you know, it's got a little extra weight to it compared to the 300 two-stroke, so you gotta be careful sometimes pushing it too hard into a turn. But it's really good. I don't know how much it weighs. I gotta weigh it someday. Oh, there's such a few tires. So another note, like if you're looking for adventure stuff, I bought a Royal Enfield Himalayan. I have yet to take it anywhere except on Michigan Cross Country Cycle Trail. Or no, I took it on A-Loop. That's the only place I took it. But that bike will be a great bike once Himalayan irons out their manufacturing kinks. My bike came, like I bought it online, I bought it like I negotiated on the phone. I didn't see the bike in person. I wanted a specific color, so I had them drop ship it from Texas. And when I got to the dealer, I was really excited because it looked amazing. But what I noticed was it had lots of little defects, kind of a Royal Enfield quality control issues stuff. So my defects on that bike were where I had the windshield was kind of misaligned. The whole bracket that they welded on the frame to hold the windshield, the speedometer. Geez, it's bumpy here. To hold the windshield, the speedometer, what else? It was welded on the frame crooked. So if you look at most Himalayas, the windshield's crooked in the front, and I adjusted the heck out of it. I got a little bit better, but because it's welded on crooked, it doesn't line up perfect. Even the speedometer is not pointed at the rider, it's pointed kind of cockeyed. So I've kind of rigged it with a zip tie because it's got rubber grommets holding it in position. I kind of pulled it in a specific direction and it helped align it a little bit better. So I did that, and then I think I have like a defective swing arm. It's like totally crooked. My rear tire is not even close to lining up. And at first I thought it was no biggie, plastic, crooked. And I was excited to get the bike, you know, so I didn't really worry about it, but now I think the whole swing arm on my bike is crooked. So it has some issues, but I'm going to start taking it on some adventures pretty soon. Some dirt stuff. I got 50/50 tires on it, so we'll try it out and see how it does. It's really comfortable. It has an awesome standing position. Oh man, my hand is going numb. It has a really good standing position. on V-Loop. I haven't posted that video because I was skeptical on if I wanted to or not, because I'm going kind of slow, because the day I went, the sand was really dry, and it just wasn't fun to watch. It was like watching a slow rider ride for the first time. But it's because the bike's so heavy, and it's front end heavy, and oh, this section's cool. It's front end heavy, so it likes to wash out. Well, I missed the rear brake there. Oh, that would have been ugly. Yeah, this is a faster section. If I remember. So much faster standing, but I have a hard time finding a perfect position for standing. I squeeze the bike, I put my legs in the pocket on the C-Concept seat, and I don't feel like a neutral position. I lean forward as far as possible. I get tired so fast, and I think that might just be normal. But it's pretty fast. I don't know why it changed all of a sudden. This must be a really old trail. Another one must be a newer one. Like third. Alright. Got tighter again, so we're back on the normal trail. Maybe that's part of a snowmobile trail. That was pretty cool. I gotta unnumb my hand. I don't know why, but on this bike, my right hand, it gets numb on everything, but on this bike it gets it pretty good. Compared to those other trails. Whoa, which trail? Got some reroutes. I think I'm going to take this trail all the way to would you boys? And then ride the streets back. That way I only have to do half the trail. The problem is, I may not see it on my map and I may bypass it, so I don't have my phone mount. Tell you what, on this type of trail, I prefer riding my 500, but on the harder single track, I much prefer my 300. The problem is, there's not a lot of really hard single track around here. I mean, it's mostly just rutted out, whooped out, nasty trails. Wondering if this particular bike has a shifter. I'm wondering if this bike, the Beta 500, has a detuned throttle map for the low RPM. Because you'll notice from like 0 to like 2000, there's a lull in the power, and then when you get like right above it, like it gives you like this hit all of a sudden. So I bet you they cut the power like 50% or something, even on this bike. It must be a EPA thing, or you know, a requirement or something, or emissions or some garbage. Detune all the bikes, which is stupid. Everyone's throttle should be the tuner. Throttle hand, I mean. You get stranded out here, you are so I don't think there's any roads near here. Whoa. Like every 5 minutes my hand goes numb. At least we don't have to stop. We can unnumb it while we're being pulled along at idle. Yeah, there we go. It's like the blood flow stops going. Looking at my video, see what kind of pace we're going. let's see where we're at. Holy crap. We did over half. We're flying. Hey boys, we're more than halfway done with this entire loop, which impresses me. It's been going for a while. My plan here is to ride to town and then take a road back to the scramble area, and I'm going to try and climb some of those sand hill climbs. Hey guys, I just got back from my ride. It was a really good time. The Beta 500 performed really well. Today we did the Black Lake North Trail. It's 50-inch wide, four-wheeler motorcycle only trail. More leans towards motorcycle than four-wheeler. It's pretty good. It's a little rocky, rooty, bumpy. The whoops aren't super bad, but there are some whoops. For the most part, in the beginning, we rode some tighter sections, but the speed was pretty good pace, probably 15 to 20 miles per hour for most riders. We also hit a section in the middle that was a snowmobile trail, and that was really fast. And then towards the northern part, it went back to the tighter 50-inch wide trail. So overall, you end up by Sheboygan. I called it at that point and drove the roads back, and decided to ride some in the scramble area here on Black Mountain. And stay tuned for the next video, because I'm going to have some stuff about that, climbing hills. I kind of ride around the whole thing and film it. It's a really cool area, so you'll probably want to check it out. So overall, I had a good time on the trail today. It's really flat, so I wouldn't rate it too crazy on my scale, but it was fun. I had a good time. So hope to see you in the next video, and I hope that helps anyone that wants to ride this area. So I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.